So, for those who are just coming in, let me just quickly do a rollback. So we're trying to look at this table. We're trying to extract status, and what we're trying to do is to get the status here, either to show us not due, due 30, 0 to 30, or based on the information we have here, or 1 to 30, 31 to 60, and all those things. We want to extract this information into this place. So, and I already said that we need the tools that we need to be able to create our aging analysis using pivot table. We will need a function called today. We will need the VLOOKUP function. We will need the if function. And then, of course, working with the pivot table, we will create a summary based on whatever information we've been able to extract into this place. So, going forward, I created a small table here, which I call status and the status info. So type 0, type 1, type, depending on your policy dates in your company. So all you just need to do is look at the days. So maybe you don't do up to 90, but for whatever reason, you also want to know those who are overdue, those who are up to 90 days, and all those stuff. So, and so that's why it is important that we use up to 90 and above 90, so that we'll be able to look at it from various angles. So I've typed 1 to indicate, 0 to indicate not due, 1 to indicate from 1 to 30. So this is meant to be our lookup values for the VLOOKUP. So I said we are going to have a status where we can extract whatever we have here into here, but we cannot be doing it manually by going one by one, and then we pick, okay, is this date due or not? Is it not due that we should put it? So we don't want to go through that cumbersome task. So we'll use the VLOOKUP function, which extracts information from one worksheet or range of data into another using a lookup value, using the lookup value. So we're going to use the VLOOKUP, but we need a condition, because this our lookup value. We can't just come and pick here. We need something that will compare whatever is here, whatever number is here, with this number, to differentiate whether the number between today's date and this date is above 100, is above 200, or whatever. So that's for that mathematical purpose, we are going to introduce a logical function that will help us to do that. So we put if function after it. And so we have the if function. And what the if function to do is to test if this function, please kindly mute your audio so that your conversation will not be getting to us here. So today's function. So if today is greater than the date that you have recorded, the if function takes 3 parameters: logical test, value if true, and value if false. The logical test is if today, that TODAY, open bracket and close, the job is to display today's date. When you go to your computer, Excel, and you type equal sign, and you type TODAY, open bracket and close, and you press enter, it will display the current date, that is today's date, in your cell. And so the job of that function is if today is greater than the date that we have in that our worksheet, then it should do. So what should happen if that test is true? We said it should do today minus this date. So subtracting today's date from that date will be able to let us know how many days is between them. But if the date is not greater than today, then you should just simply put 0. And that means that will be for not due. Okay, so that's for if function. Then we will now round up the VLOOKUP. So the VLOOKUP has lookup value. We'll use that to take care of our lookup value. And then our table array is from this table that we are using, excluding the header. That small table is our table array for our VLOOKUP. So that's where we are extracting, or that's where we are extracting the status information from, based on the number of days. So we also need to make it absolute reference by putting $signs at the back. So some of these things, if you don't know them, you really need to attend a regular advanced Excel class so that you can understand VLOOKUP properly, you can understand all the dates function properly, and then know how to do all these things properly. Okay, so the VLOOKUP, but for those who know, who have been using it, this will be a plus for you. And even if you don't know, by the time you watch, because I'll be sending the link of this class, the video link to you also, so that you can download and watch and also share with your friends over and over. That will also help you to be able to use this information, this very vital information, to solve a problem, a task in the office. And so we have seen our table array. Then the VLOOKUP talks about column index. Of course, we have 2 columns in our table that we selected, and we are extracting information from here. So we put column 2. Column 1 is the status, column 2 is the status info. And then we have a constant that says approximate match, because we want to look for an approximate match. The constant says true or false. True is for approximate match, false is for exact match, but we are doing approximate, so we choose the true, and then I will hit enter. So the moment I hit enter, what this thing has done is to go into this place, compare the days, the number of days that the if function has done. The if function says today minus E2. E2 is actually the date that we type. And so the if function alone, with the job of this one, is to say today minus E2. And so if today minus E2 is greater than 0, it will look at how many and compare it with what you have here to say, okay, if it is more than 90, it will simply print under status greater than 90. So if I copy this formula down, you will see that most of these are greater than 90. From here is 61 to 90, and if I go down, you see 1 to 30, and so on. Okay, so now going forward, I now want to use this information to create a pivot table, so that I can now analyze based on the due date and all those stuff. So what we need to do to bring a pivot table, we go to Insert tab. In the Microsoft Excel environment, the controls that we have at the top of our screen are called tabs. So we have Home tab, we have Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View. So we are interested in the Insert tab. And then under the Insert tab, the first item on the left side on the screen is the pivot table. So we just click that pivot table. And then mind you, before you go to insert and click pivot table, you must make sure that your cursor is within the data. So now my data is from A1 to G 300 and something, A1 G 364. So if I put my cursor outside the data, maybe somewhere here, which is under I, that means that I am not going to have an auto selection of my range. And so to avoid that, my cursor should be within the data. And so once my cursor is within the data, then I can go to Insert tab and then go to Pivot Table. And then under the pivot table, there'll be a dialog box or pivot table window that will show. So at this point, all I need to do is to click OK. And then it will take me to another environment. Now, this environment is meant to display, it's meant to allow me to create a summary for my pivot table task. To help me to create a summary for my pivot table task. So on the right side of this environment, I have my pivot table fields. In other words, the fields of my normal file, which is order number, customer, product, amount, date, country, status, have been captured here on the right side as fields here. And of course, the one on the left side is the summary area. So now the first thing I want to do is to pick customer. So just move your mouse on those box, on the box where I have customer and tick. So when I tick customer, I have all the customers that all the customers that I have will show on the left side. Then status, I'll pick status, and that status will jump down to the row side under there because there are four boxes at the bottom. On the right side, there are four boxes. One is filter, one is column, one is row, one is value. So normally by default, when you tick, it jumps to row. So because we don't want this status here, we will use our mouse button to drag it to the column area, and that will form our agent system for us. So we can now drag a tick amount, then amount will drop in the sum or value area. Now, with what we have here now, we can make the rearrangement of this table by simply selecting here. I want to pick all these greater than 90, and drag it behind behind 90 days. Where is it now? Greater than 90, drag it after the 90. So I don't know why it's hiding now. But let me drag this one first, not due. I want not due to be in the front. So I'm using my mouse button, my keyboard shortcut to select downward. Then I can drag this not due to be in the front, and then pick this guy here. So that one is in the front. So I want to pick this one and put it. So pivot table allows you to rearrange if you want and put it here. So that is after 90 days. So from here now, I can now say, okay, let me filter. Maybe I want to filter all those who are between 1 to 30 days. Then I will be able to see. So 1 to 30 days. If I want to 30 days. So if I want to going forward, I may want to see those who are 30, 31. I want to filter and include 31 to 60 days and put them here. And so I can see them there, 31 to 60. So, so we have that one, so I can filter that out. And if I want to remove, I just go to the top of column label here again and remove 30, 31 to 90 days. And then I'll be able to filter out those who are within whose days are between 61 and 90 days. And I can still go further and say, okay, all those who are past 90 days, and I will be able to see them and all the amounts and those who are past 90 days. I can even go further and say 61 to 90 days, and I'll be able to see 61 to 90, and then those who are past 90 days. Okay, so this is what I intend to introduce to us so that to help us. Like I said, the link to the this recorded video will be sent to you, and the Excel sheet also will be shared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link to my Google Drive for you to download this file. So I will put it in the chat. So I'll put that the link room so that you can use that link to download this my practice file. And then also I'm going to send the recorded version, the link, but that will take about maybe 2 hours from now to propagate, because the link goes to the cloud of Zoom, and then it takes about sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours to fully propagate. And once the link is provided, I will send them through your the mails that you send, the email ID that you send during registration. I'll send it. So now, do we have questions? Any question? We are open to questions. You can temporarily, or you can type it so that we will not have too many sound coming in from the sound from the speaker. So you can type the questions so that in the chat room, so that can be quickly addressed if you have questions. Okay. So while I await your questions, I want to use this medium to introduce our classes to you. We have Zoom classes where we take advanced Excel, and the next one is going to start on the 20th for weekend, 20th, 21st, and 27th of June. It's just 15,000 only, and just that. And guess what? There's going to be a bonus given. We do PowerPoint classes also, and I've decided that we're going to give those who are going to attend the class free PowerPoint video course, so that that can help you to also know PowerPoint as a bonus. So the classes is 2 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. It's divided into 2 sections, actually. We have 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for morning section on Saturdays, and then for evening, 3:30 to 6:30 for Saturday classes. But both classes will provide on Sunday evening for their Sunday class. Now, before I continue, somebody has asked a question here. The question is, why did you use approximate value on the VLOOKUP and not exact match? Yes. The reason why I have used approximate is because we are dealing with numbers. We are dealing with range of values. So whenever you are using VLOOKUP and you are not, because it can fall between, now look at this, this is 0, this is 1, this is 31, this is 61, this is 91. Now, the values that this thing wants to compare with today's date can fall within this. It may be 26, it may be 13, it may be 64. So it doesn't have to be 61 exactly. So, but if you use exact match, it will be looking for 0 specifically, 1 specifically, 31 specifically, 61, and 91. So, but exact match is used for when you are trying to match with the exact value. But when you are dealing with value that falls within a range, between 1 and 31, there are a lot of numbers. Between 31 and 60 or 61, there are a lot of numbers. Between 61 and 91 and above, there are a lot of numbers. So what you will use in that place is approximate match. So that anything that is closer to the value that you have chosen is what the VLOOKUP will pick out for you and then use as its lookup value. Okay, so I hope I've answered your question, sir. So the other questions can come in while I continue the other presentation I'm making. The other questions can come in. But if you choose to attend the classes at our venue, we also have sections at our venue. We have sections at our venue. So I will also send this information, the detail of this information to many of us that want to catch up with them. Okay. So we have financial modeling also. Those who are interested in grading from level of just accounting to finance, and then to know how to create financial model to forecast and all those stuff. This is another option. So we have both Zoom classes, 20K for Zoom classes, and the normal class. Okay, so any other question as we round up? So I have forwarded the link to the file I used in the class to you. So you can download it through that link from the chat room. I forwarded the link, and if you don't have any question, then we are good for today. So thank you so much. So I'll send other mails to you, video link, and the information about our classes. It's nice having you. Nice seeing you join our class this evening. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adesoji. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Israel. Thank you. It's nice having you. Thank you, Mr. Sheye. It's nice having you. It's really nice having you. Okay, so we are going to close the class from here. So thank you for coming. Thank you for attending. God bless you all. So we hope you introduce our classes to others in case you have knowledge of all those advanced exam topics. Can recommend others to attend our class. We will send a mail and others. Thank you very much, and God bless you.